let me just, well, actually, tell me that what are you, what was your question? What were you not clear on?
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure
Oh, sorry, I put this in the wrong. I put this in the wrong
anything
ticket.
because yeah, you comment that there should be a kind of report based on those products, but maybe if you can explain a little bit the overview of the bug, because I think it's a lot of things that needs to be done on this ticket.
Okay, so whenever we add a new user to our system, we send them a PDF file of a report just under like a fake name, and we have I mean, I'll just show you what I'm referring to. Okay, so when we train our customers, we send them a PDF of a sample report that we generated from our system. This was generated a couple of years ago, and we need a sample report in the system, not as a PDF. So when our customers, when our users log in and look at their orders, somewhere, maybe at the top line, or even potentially it could have a link to it, but it needs to be it needs to be anchored. So even if they scroll down, it's always there. But it needs to be a John Doe here, and it's going to be the sample report that we'll use when we do trainings with our customers. So we need to have a report for a John Doe here that's always there, even for new users, and it's obviously not going to show up on their billing statement or anything like that. And then we need it to have one of every single product that we have. So that's why I listed out all the products. So we're going to need to have you create an order there in the list of orders, put it under John Doe, and include one of each product in it. And then from there, we will either upload an HTML file into each of the products with the results that we want the order to show, or we'll find an order that already exists and have you use the response from a product in that order to fill in the product in this order. And so then what will happen is every customer or every user, when they go to that page of view reports, we can just say, hey, click on the sample report at the top, and they'll click on the sample report for John Doe, and then we can start doing our training with them. So that's pretty much everything.
Okay, so what you want is a sample report to be at the top of in the view report page, and you can display that report for learning purposes.
Right. So okay, so it would be like at the very top here, it would just always be there, and it would be Doe John, right? DOB, whatever we pick, doesn't matter. Order number, we could just do, zeros, whatever it is, and then the data sources, and then it's gonna be like a real order, right? It's gonna be an actual order in the system, and it can just be under, us. It can say like Beverly Hills. And do you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So it's going to be an order. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Now, the only thing that we have to watch out for is we need to have it be able to be clicked on, right? The print save button needs to work so you can generate a PDF of it. This button here should be grayed out, the additional reports, because we don't want the customer to be able to actually click that and add on an order, right? Because then they'd be paying for an order under a fake applicant. So we just would have to have the additional reports button disabled, but still there so we can show it to them. And then everything else can be as normal.
Okay, so we are not going
I
to.
put that in the ticket too.
Okay, great. And so it would be fine if we use a normal order. I mean, not a PDF, just like the one that you are showing now, right?
Yes. So yes, correct. You're not putting a PDF into the system. You're creating a real order.
Okay, and do we? I suppose that we need to have some consideration to not to charge this order to the customer, right?
Correct, exactly. It's just going to be a sample, so it's for educational purposes. And so that's why it'll be there for all users. That way, at any time when we're talking to a user, we don't have to email them a PDF. We can just say, hey, log in, click on the sample report, and we start educating them.
Okay, now it makes sense. What I am worried about is that to have all the products listed on a sample order, maybe we are going to need to, how do I say, to create this order on production, since in development the vendors does not work properly.
That's okay. That's okay. Do you remember yesterday how you copied in the order so we could verify the red light?
Yeah.
We can do that same process. So it does on both environments. So it doesn't have to be a real order, meaning it connects out to the vendor. It has to look like a real order, meaning we're going to choose a response for each of the products. So I'll either say, hey, for product number 1, I created an HTML file. I'm going to upload it into the order. Product number 2, I need you to copy the response from the vendor from this real order, and we're going to change the name. For product number 3, I'm making an HTML file. For product number 4, here's a real order from production. Take the response file from the vendor. We just change out the name and date of birth. So we're going to either use an HTML file or copy in a response, which is like what you did yesterday, to populate the product inside the order with those results.
Okay, I'm going to research about that if that is possible, but not sure if it would be possible to run a real order on production to cover all the products, and based on that information, I can set it as this how do you say, fake order. Not sure if that's possible for you, Greg.
Sorry, so you want me to? Do you want me to place an order with all the products, and then you'll use that to start working? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that order that you're going to generate, it's going to be the template or the fake order to set to all the other users at the top.
Okay, I'm just trying to think how I want that, because I don't know what account to run it under.
Because maybe if I do that by myself, maybe I'm going to make some mistakes because I don't know all the details about all the products, and maybe it's going to be a wrong information on there. If we can create a real order on production with all that information, we can be sure that this information is correct and the user is watching, is seeing a real order and how he should create the orders.
Do you understand what I mean when I'm talking about pulling in the response from a vendor? Like, I'm looking at a random order right now, okay, and it's not the right account. Okay, so let's say that I create the order and it has one of every product. And then I might tell you, hey, so I just found this order here. For this product, I want you to copy the response file from the vendor into the new order we created. So it would be this response file. So that way we're going to use a response file from an existing order and product to copy over into our new order. I believe that's possible because I believe that's the same flow that you copied yesterday when you copied the order from, over into the test environment with all the data there.
Yeah, that is possible, but it would be great if we can have that template order in production, and based on that, if you can copy the order ID in the ticket, I can work on that and start working on this ticket.
Well, the only problem I'm thinking of is when a user's logged in, they can only see orders from their company. They can't see orders from another company. So if I run an order under our Intellify account and I give that to you and we start working on it, they're not going to be able to see it because they can't see something that's been run under a different account. So we're going to have to like override that for that one specific order and make it show for everybody at the top. And then it would technically be, I mean, I don't know what it'll show for the company. I don't know how what do you think? What's the best way to handle that?
If we have the order on production, maybe I can add a flag or something like that to the order to say this is a fake order or something like that, or learning purpose order. And based on that, I can always include that order on all the users if we flag that order or something like that.
But that makes sense. But there's one concern, which is what I was just saying, which is for security purposes, we have it in, there's even been tickets in the past related to this, right? Where it's like, oh my goodness, we just found out that somebody was able to view an order under a different account, like an admin order, for example. So we have those security settings in place to where if somehow by accident, an admin order showed up on somebody else's account, if they try to click on it, it won't let them view it because it's under a different account. So we just need to make sure that we don't remove that from everything else. And this is just like, we can make an exception for this one specific order. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I'm going to be careful on that, and I'm going to add, not remove previous constraints, I'm going to add more rules to just allow these kind of orders, fake orders, to be displayed on all users.
Okay, so second question, if I place this order under whatever account I place it under, we need, as part of the ticket, as us working, we'll need you to, override what's there. So for example, I don't want the user to say my name, right? We'll make it say something like Intellify Education or something like that. Okay. So once you have the order, you'll be able to manually override what they see here, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to do that on the database. It's not that complicated.
Okay, perfect. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, then that's good. Okay, so then, I mean, it's really this simple. If that's the case, I can just get started at least with the order. Should probably leave that workers comp. Let's just do it. Okay. Test. And I'm just putting that because we're going to change it out, right?
Okay, you want to show John
so
Doe,
like,
right?
Right, but we can manually change that after. If I use John Doe right now, the order is going to take forever to load.
Okay, it's fine. If you are happy with the response that we are going to have and you want to show that, it's okay for me.
Well, yeah, because we're going to be overriding it anyways. So do you understand what I'm saying? We're going to override it so it doesn't, it's fine. We'll make it say whatever to make it say.
Yeah, we are going to overwrite all this information that you are now setting, but the response from the
Perfect.
those information is not going to be overwrite. Is that fine?
We will. Well, no, we will be overriding the response from the. That's the whole point. Right now, we're about to send an order out to our vendors with all this fake information because we're doing it on production. Do you want me to do this on the test environment instead?
No, no. What I mean is maybe if the information that you are sending now, it's for test, right? What you want to do is later, for example, override the response from the vendor in this order.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Okay, do that, and I'm going to try to do that. I'm not quite sure how I can do that, but I'm going to spend some time trying to do that. Now it's clear.
Got it. No worries. Okay. Let's just do that for you. And we can do.
So I'm going to need to find some order production with that information, I suppose, to copy that information. And...
Oh no, I'm going to be giving you that. I'm going to be giving you that. That's
okay.
what I was saying at the beginning. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to say, okay, for this product, I'm going to upload an HTML file, or I'm going to do the no records found. For this product, take this order and grab the response file. For this product, perfect. Take this order. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Perfect, perfect. That's going to help a lot.
Let's just do one. All right, so as soon as this generates, I can go ahead and just waiting.
Okay, and I assume that you are going to add the information that you want to be displayed on each product.
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Okay, I can start working on that with that information, and yeah, I think that now it's clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, the part that you said you need to look into to see if we can do it, you know, taking the response from one order and inserting it into another, I believe that we've had programmers do that in the past, so I'm pretty sure it can be done. But I'll let you, you know, see what you can find.
I think I will be able to find where that part is.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Sounds good. All right.
Okay,
Cool.
Greg.
If you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll add it to the ticket.
Okay. Thank you, Rick, for your time and for the explanation.
All right. No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you later.